Beats.
Hey everybody, my name is Christy, owner of Blue Levels Boutique and the designer behind the fashion line Fashion Not Fear. And today, on a previous episode, I mentioned to you all that I'm going to be making my first prom dress. So the client requested sky blue or baby blue glittery fabric, and so I'm around town shopping for the fabric to see if I can find it locally instead of ordering it. So I'm here right now at Joann's. Here are some ones that I found that she might like, so I'm going to get samples. Wish me luck. Okay guys, so I got my samples at Joann's Fabrics. Let's see if it works out. Shopping in store day one. And today I'm doing another shopping trip looking for samples for my upcoming prom client, looking for some blue or baby blue glitter fabric. So I'm gonna go into a store downtown and see if I can find something to make the dress. Wish me luck. Fabric shopping downtown was a bust. The store was closed. And I checked the website and it said it was open. So don't you hate when that happens? And today I'm setting up for a dress consultation. So I just want to show you all what some of the stuff is that I do in order to get ready for this consultation. Okay, so I got my contract. Most important thing is have your contract. And I also have some samples for the customer to select from. So I have about, let's see, 4 different samples. The customer already told me what type of material she was looking for, so I ordered some samples that will go along with the type of material that she was looking for. So I'm just waiting for my client to arrive, and I'll let you all know how it goes. Stay tuned. And also, another thing I forgot to tell you all that you need, you gotta have a tape measure in order to get the proper measurements for your client. I also have a sketch, so that way we can sketch out her idea. She's already sent me pictures of her idea, but I'm gonna sketch it out with her so that way we can make sure that we're on the same page. And I have just a couple of sketch pencils to do that. And I also, the client does not have the shoes that she's gonna be wearing. So because she's gonna be wearing heels, I brought a pair of my own heels, wiped them down with some Clorox wipes. And so she can use those if she wants to try on, so we can get an idea on how how long the dress is gonna be. Stay tuned. So it's the day after the scheduled consultation for the prom dress that I'm supposed to be making, and so I wanted to update you on how everything went. As you see previously or earlier in the video, I went out and got samples from various places, various fabric stores, and my baby's over there working, so excuse him. I went out and got samples from various fabric stores. What I didn't show is the samples that I ordered online that I had sent to me, so that way I could have a variety of samples for the customer to choose from. As well as that, I went back and forth with alterations to the sketches from the idea that was originally given to me by the client. I priced out everything. I did all that. Then you saw me going to the meetup location. I had everything set up. The contract, samples, even brought a pair of shoes for her to model in, so that way we can get an idea of where she wants her dress to hit. What else? A bottle of water. I mean, water ain't cheap. You know, a bottle of water, ready to go. Unfortunately, 8 minutes before our scheduled time, I get an email from her saying she couldn't make it because the location was too far, and that she would no longer need the dress. So first of all, she was sent the address well before the consultation, about 2 days before, so she definitely had time to look it up and see whether or not it was close to her or not. Additionally, we are in the same city. Additionally, we could have done a virtual consultation, which I'd already let her know, and she didn't even say, hey, well, you know, can we schedule it for a different location, somewhere that's closer to me? I would have been fine with that. No, her email specifically said she can't make it and she no longer needs the dress. As upset and, you know, just disappointed as I was, I did respond and let her know that, okay, well, I was sorry to hear that she no longer wanted the dress, and let her know that, you know, we could have made adjustments to the address. And the reply that I received back from her was, oh, okay, well, that's cool. I still want the dress then. Can we meet up, please? No. One thing I've learned is to go with my gut. So if I've already spent money on samples, which I don't advise you to do that, don't spend $1 on a client until you get money from the client. In this situation, I normally would not have, but the only reason why I did this time is because this client was referred to me by a trustworthy family member. So in my mind, I had no feeling that there was going to be any problems, because we discussed the price several times. We just had so much good communication leading up to the 8 minutes before I got the email that we had so much good conversation and creative things going on up until 8 minutes prior to the consultation. So I had no indication that this was going to happen. So unfortunately, it's a disappointment. I do have other clients on the way, so I mean, it is what it is. But I wanted to just let you all know that, first of all, like I said, you've seen everything I did just to lead up to this consultation. But what I've learned is, don't spend any money, not one penny, until you get money from your client, number one. Number two, don't count any money until you get money in hand from the client. And number three, don't waste a lot of time doing research until you know that you've gotten the money in your hand from the client, because time is money. I may not have spent money when it came to me sitting down and figuring out, okay, I'm gonna sketch this so that way we can discuss it. This is how she wants to look, this and that. I wouldn't have done any of that. I could spend my well-deserved, hard-earned time doing something else. But I did it trying to make sure that the client was going to be happy and that the consultation was going to go great. Now, don't get me wrong. It's important that the client is happy, and it's important that the consultation does go well. However, you really don't have a client until you have a signed contract and money in hand. Up until that point, it's just talk. It's just fluff. It's just emails or calls or texts going back and forth. So I want you guys to know that if you have any clients coming up, make sure that you do set up everything perfectly for a good consultation. But be mindful that you don't want to spend any money until you get the client. So, and the next time that I'll be making a dress for someone, in the past, I've gotten my deposit up front, so it's never been a problem. You okay, baby boy? In the past, I've gotten my consultation, I've gotten my half of the deposit at least up front, or I've gotten the deposit up front. So the money thing has never been an issue when it came to getting samples and things like that. But in this case, I did not. So yeah, although the samples are very expensive, it's still money that I could have had in my pocket that really now is for nothing because I didn't get any money back from the client. So just beware and make sure that you don't spend a dime until you got a contract and some money in your hand, okay? And also, you know, you want to make sure that everything is clear with the client. Because even before, the day before we met for the consultation, I emailed her a reminder with everything, the terms, the price, the address, the time, and said, if you have any concerns about this, let me know so that way we can make an adjustment. Oh, the response was, oh no, girl. So even after receiving this email that everything, he's just throwing it down. Even after receiving the emails that everything's great, she agreed to all the terms, I still receive an email 8 minutes, and not even a daggone text message because she had my phone number, but anyway, or a call even. She sent me an email. I was gonna say, even before all of that, I still, you know, I felt confident about it because, you know, I receive emails and DMs all the time about people wanting pricing on custom items, and I love creating custom clothes. It's something that I enjoy doing because there's nothing like creating something for someone specifically for them. It makes them feel very special. They get involved in the creative process, so I absolutely love doing it. But you know, so but the emails and DMs and things that I receive messages where people are inquiring about dresses, I'm not surprised if someone does not get back to me, or if they say, okay, that's too much, they don't want to pay for it, or whatever the situation is. I mean, every inquiry is not going to lead to a client, unfortunately. But in this situation, especially because of the referral, I definitely thought that this was going to be a good idea and a definite client. So that's the reason why I felt comfortable spending the money for the samples. But you know, lesson learned, and you live and you learn, and that's what life's about, right? Once you go through a problem or you have an issue, you learn from it, and it's really about you taking from it and you know, moving on and making sure that doesn't happen to you in the future. But nevertheless, for you, if you're taking on a client, let me just tell you, I've said it once, I'm just going to say it again. Don't spend any money until you get money in your hand and a signed contract in your hand, because without that, you're just wasting your time, you're wasting their time, and you're wasting your money if you want to be technical. So don't spend any money. Just keep an open communication with the client. You know, if they make sure that everything that you provided in your contract and everything is comfortable for them, even though I did that, but still. Just make sure that you are doing everything you can to present your company and in a positive light. Don't take it personal, because it probably has something to do with you. Maybe the client has something personal going on, and it just happens to affect the business that you could potentially receive from them. But don't take it personal. Stay professional. Stay positive. They always say buyers beware, but designers beware too, because listen, everybody ain't 100. Okay, there's some fugazi people out there, and you want to avoid the fugaziness as much as possible. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do want you guys to stay tuned, because my next video, I am finishing up an outfit that I was actually making for myself for the winter, and it's actually it's gonna be a little bit, I'm not gonna be able to wear it that much, honestly, because it's about to be getting warm, but I'll be able to wear it next season. So but anyway, so you'll be able to see that in my next video, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I hope that you were able to get some good feedback and some good information from the video today. And thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and visit me on social media at bluelabelsboutique.com to shop, at Blue Labels Boutique on Instagram, at Fashion Not Fear on TikTok. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Stay fearless.